But anyway, my name is Cephus. I've been shooting destination weddings since 2005. Like I told you, my first experience was at a Sandals Resort in St. Lucia. It was one of the best experiences of my life. So once I got a taste of that destination experience, I didn't want to shoot any other place. I got spoiled. I'm like, you know what? I want to be a destination wedding photographer. And you know what? That's what I did last year. We did 22 destination weddings all over the world. I shot Michael Vick's engagement session in Hawaii. This is a wedding we did in Anguilla. That wedding down there, that's in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Why destination? Why do a destination wedding? First of all, I mean, look at the backdrops. You saw the presentation that Sandals did. There's nowhere in this area that's going to give you blue water and freaking white sand. Trust me, I live in Sandbridge. The water's kind of murky, all right? You know, but destination weddings, people don't realize that they're affordable. I mean, the room rental right now, say for example, you're looking in Williamsburg at Kingsmill. I mean, the room rental is like $25,000, $30,000 just to rent the room. You can do a destination wedding on a low end for $46,000 for 100 guests, and people don't realize that. It's so affordable. You can get married in some resorts for less than $2,500.
And some people don't realize too, if you're trying to keep that guest list down, it's kind of rude, but it's an easy way to weed them out.
Exactly.
I mean, you want your parents, of course, to make it and what have you, but I always say a good rule of thumb: are you going to be friends with these people in 10 years?
Yes.
And if the question is no, they're probably not going to come up with the money to go to your wedding. And if the question is yes, they're going to figure out how to make it happen. At least one person in their family to come. Maybe not everyone, but the one friend you're closest with for sure.
Why choose a destination wedding photographer? First of all, this is the biggest day of your life. Okay, control your own destiny. Get a photographer who's suitable for your needs and who's going to go above and beyond the call of duty. I highly recommend that, because by the end of the day, it's your day. You know what I'm saying? So, me as a photographer, yeah. Do I want to shoot your destination wedding? Of course I do. But when you choose a photographer, look at his body of work and see if he's done destination wedding. Because if he hasn't done a destination wedding, don't write him off, because he still has the skill set. However, now you got some wiggle room. So if he's never done one, say, hey, look, this is your first one, and you're using me, as your portfolio, work a deal. Like Sean. Sean's a great photographer. And there's a lot of great photographers. Just because they haven't done a destination wedding, still, give them a chance. Because I had to start from somewhere. I started with a couple in 2005. Not a bridal party, a couple. In St. Lucia, just me and them. Couple of things to look at a photographer. Make sure they have a passport, okay? And just make sure that they understand the type of laws that they're going to embrace. For example, me, I've done probably about 60 to 70 destination weddings. Not once have I used a permit, because I understand the workaround. So as a destination photographer, if I'm shooting Nichelle's wedding, I get the customs, I got all my gear, I'm gonna say, hey, Mr. Cephus, are you here for business? Oh no, I'm shooting my sister Nichelle's wedding, I'm a guest. Oh, come on right on. Now, if you say on your custom sheet that you're here for business, guess what? They're gonna shut you down. You are not gonna get in that country. And another thing too, tell your photographer to only bring 2 camera bodies. You cannot go into another country with 3 camera bodies. They will shut you down. I don't care if it is your sister.
What is a camera body? A shooter?
You can only bring in 2 camera bodies in the country.
Per person?
Yeah, per person.
So if you had 2 people, you could bring 4?
Well, it's going to be a red flag. if you do have 2 people, make sure that they're 10 people away. Don't go there together as a team, you know what I mean? Just make sure he's, 10 people behind. Play it off. I mean, they're
That's
not
awesome.
dumb.
Yeah.
And make sure if you guys are doing a destination wedding, tell the wedding planner at the resort that my cousin is shooting my wedding. Don't say you're bringing an outside photographer, because they don't want that, because most of these countries are third world countries and you're taking money out of their economy. So you have to be mindful of that. So, and that's why they have work permits in place, so people don't come in and take money out of their country. So you have to be very sensitive to that. There's so many times when I do destination wedding, I'm working side by side by the native photographers. And we build rapport and we're high-fiving and chest bumping. I want to be friends with these guys.
Well, and it would think to some degree they're a little bit helpful just because they have shot that particular location 20 times. And so they do kind of know some of the key spots, not the only spots that you would want to get, but they would make your job easier too.
Absolutely.
For a portion of the day.
Absolutely. So, yeah, I mean, if it comes with the package, get it. You paid for it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It just makes sense.
Okay.
So, make sure you get your photographer and venture out. Don't be fixated to the resort. Yeah, that's why we do day after shoots and the day before shoot. Why do we do that? Think about it. If it rains on your wedding day and you've done a day before shoot and it's a beautiful day, you got some beautiful pictures. So if it does rain on your wedding day, you're covered. You didn't fly in a photographer for nothing. So always think, not for the worst, but you just never know. And Jen will tell you, it does rain, but when it rains, it stops. It'll rain for like 10 minutes, and then it'll be beautiful for the next 8 hours. Whether they want a day before shoot, I do it anyway, because I'm yours. If you hire me to be a destination photographer, I don't want to sit in my room. Let's shoot. This is what I do. I'm passionate about what I do. If you want to shoot, yeah, I mean, that's just how I am. Like this couple, we did a day, this was their actual wedding day, which was a beautiful day. But I like to shoot the day before, the wedding day, and if you want to do something the day after, let's do it.
Okay.
Because, see, my thing is, as a photographer, I want to over-deliver. You know what I mean? That's how I've been in business for 25 years. And I've shot over 3,000 weddings. It's called staying power, and it's called taking care of your clients. So whatever it takes, I'll do it.
So is it basically a destination package that you offer, of which they get you?
Right.
Okay.
Right. So
but
before,
they need to clarify what every photographer's policy is. I mean,
right.
That's but they need to ask.
Exactly. So when I do a destination wedding, I know I'm going to do a day before shoot. It's not like I spring it on them. You know what I mean? Hey, I see him at the bar. Hey, let's do a shoot. No, it doesn't. No, it's not like that. But, I mean, I don't know if Jen told you, but I just, over the last 30 days, I did a wedding in Kenya, Africa, and I did a wedding in Antigua a couple of weeks ago. So I had a client that flew me and my videographer to Africa for 2.5 weeks in Kenya. So we did a wild safari for like 8 days, and it was the best photographic experience of my life.
I'm sure.
We're flexible. We like to work with brides, especially if it's at a destination where I've never been. You know what I mean? So, like, for example, I've never done a wedding in Aruba. So if you're getting married in Aruba, hey, I got some wiggle room. I never been there. You know what I mean? So.
Can't get married in Aruba. Only in the courthouse.
Well, not Aruba, but.
Just pictures there, though.
Right. But it really depends. You know, it's seasonal. Like, if you're getting married and doing a destination wedding in December, oh, yeah. I mean, we can knock off 40%. You know what I mean? Okay. But if you're doing a destination wedding in June, there's not as much wiggle room because June is a very popular time of the year. So, well, I mean, every photographer is at a different level. I've been doing it for 25 years. Okay. I've shot over 3,000 weddings. I've shot the Pro Bowl. I've shot the Super Bowl. I shoot for the NFL. I shoot for the NBA. So my body of work is different than most photographers. So I'm going to charge more because
You have experience.
I have experience.
Okay.
I've done a ton of destination weddings. So every photographer, that's the toughest job a photographer has, to find out their price point.
Not
You know
only
what I'm
that, you're
saying?
published. It's not like you're just,
Yeah.
you know, shooting
Exactly.
pictures for 25 years. You're a published photographer.
It needs in very high demand.
Yeah.
Thank
so-
you. Plus I shot Gabby Douglas's book cover, Raising the Bar. But more importantly, you get what you pay for. I mean, there's a lot of photographers that, you know, feel that they should get X amount of dollars. But sometimes you have to look in the mirror and say, you know what, maybe I'm just not worth it. Or maybe I am worth it. So, I don't know. I think it's something that most photographers just have to figure out what their price point is. That's a real good question. Like when I shoot at a resort, soon as I get there, I'm off the clock. But I'll go out and venture out and shoot the resort. I'll shoot sandals. I'll shoot
Details,
the sun setting.
yeah.
And that's part of the package that I provide my
Yeah.
clients. I don't have to give them that. I just do because
Yeah, that's
I want to over-deliver.
Okay.
I want them to get the shots of Sandals Resorts at night with the swimming pools lit beautifully.
Right.
So I'm going to shoot,
But it could be thousands.
yes.
Thousands. But then of those thousands, how much time do you spend going through each of those photos,
A lot.
editing perfect?
A lot.
Well,
But
this
you
is
know
where
what?
I'm trying to go with it, because this is what I think some people don't understand is how much time you spend on their package outside of the day that you shoot, and that is also what they're paying for, and that in itself is an art
Right.
with a skill set that needs to be considered, and that is why too, not just
Yeah, you don't want it to
experience,
look
but
orange, you know, even though you got
Right.
a nice tan, but they put the wrong tint
Yeah.
on there, and it's
Right.
like,
And
we're
I-
having the people with the blue teeth, you know, know how to
Right.
white all that out, so it look like a pretty
Right.
smile instead of
right.
big.
And we spend a lot of time educating the clients that come through there on that, because they don't realize how many hours go into a package after the fact. The other thing too is we always say that, you know, you can hire someone who hasn't shot someplace before, but even locally, if you all decide to get married locally or at home or wherever, if your location, and the example I always give is the Chrysler Museum, you don't want a photographer that hasn't had experience shooting in that building before, or at least where you can go to that location, be it the gardens or Chrysler Museum, where you can see that time of day and how that's going to look, because shooting in the museum is actually really difficult. The sun sets on that marble floor right during when people are walking down the aisle. And time again, unfortunately, when I wasn't involved in who was hired, I've seen where all of the pictures are either underexposed or overexposed because the glare just wrecks everything.
Right.
So making sure they have that experience in that building or have an opportunity to assess that building before they shoot it, and it is huge. And same with ballrooms that have no uplighting or natural lighting in it. It can be very challenging. So hopefully we'll see you all again. And thanks for tonight. And just please feel free to make yourself at home. And if you have any questions, you can ask and whatnot. It was great to see both of you.
Congratulations.
Good job.